Hello? What did you just do? Did you just what did you just do? I have no idea what she did. But anyway, we are here again on Reading with Joan Couch
Chat.
Should I sing again today? So today is dancing. Okay. Okay, let's play that. Reading with Joan Couch Chat. Reading with Joan Couch Chat. Reading with Joan Couch. Okay. That's enough. So welcome once again to Cow Chat, Reading with Joan Cow Chat. Just a quick reminder for all our viewers, thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you have not done so, the link is on this program, on this live show. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we share all our readings during the week. And on Saturdays, we do a variety of things. For some weeks now, we've been talking about heroes. We talk about African issues. We talk about characters. We talk about all the countries in Africa. We invite guests to speak to us. We've had a very lovely time sharing other parts of Africa, especially Southern Africa. Please don't forget to subscribe to us. And on the show with me today is
Big J.
And
Little J.
What on earth is she doing with her mouth? So we have Big J and Little J. Don't ask me what she's doing. So we've been talking about heroes, and just as a quick summary, we are going to share just what we've been doing, and we've been doing heroes. And just as a quick, guys, can you refresh our viewers about heroes and what we've been doing? And so quickly, our heroes, we've been discussing a lot of heroes for the past 3 weeks. If you've not joined us, kindly refer to our old episodes and you'll see all the heroes. So guys, let's talk about this page. Just a summary for those that have never attended. Who are these people? Can you remember any of them?
I know the very first one looks very familiar to a few of us. I don't know who it is exactly.
Excuse me.
It is Mama Fury.
It's Mama Fury, yeah. Mama Fury is my mom. She's on the top there with me. She's my hero. And who else do we have on that page?
We have Ben Carson.
Yeah, Ben Carson, Jamie's heroes. Who else do we have there?
Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart.
We have Ruby Brooks.
Do we have Ruby Brooks?
Ruby something.
And we have who else do we have there?
Mae Jemison.
Mae Jemison.
And we also have George.
George what?
George Crumb.
George Crumb, the guy that started potato chips. So anytime you go to the the shops and you buy potato chips or you buy crepes, that is the guy that invented crepes. He's a black folk. I'm so proud of that.
Thinner.
I made it thinner. And on that, we also have Ruby, and we have who else?
Mary Jackson.
Yeah. And we have Chimamanda. Yes. So we have all our heroes there. And on this, we've been talking about them. So if you've missed any of this episode, refer back to them. And we have this. Who are these people we've been talking about?
Oh, I see Serena Williams.
Serena Williams. Yeah. So Serena Williams and her daughter, we've talked about her. We talked about heroes in Nigeria that are fighting for the freedoms of NSAS. We've talked about Maria Makeba.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, no. Maya Angelou.
And Nelson Mandela. Rosa Parks.
Good. And we've also talked about President Jackson of Liberia. And who are these other ones? Can you remember?
The mathematician. Chika Obe or something.
Chika Obe, that's a mathematician. And who is this lady? Can you remember this one?
Maggie. Katherine Johnson.
Katherine Johnson. Katherine Johnson. Oh my goodness, look at her. So we've had so much fun learning about our heroes. We have so many heroes that we don't even know whether to stop. And I think we have to, should we give it a break? But this week, you know, one more.
Bottom one, the one in the middle. I know her first name is Deborah, but I can't remember her last
That's
name.
very long.
Portuguese.
Yeah, that's Portuguese name. Rogos. Yeah, so she was the one that was martyred for freedom, and she's a martyr, and she's a super hero.
And that reminded me of Lena Roberta Gould.
She's not the one.
Liberian other one.
Okay. All right, the one that fought for freedom.
Not the
okay.
president.
All right. So these are the heroes we've talked about. And question again, who is your heroes? Kate, we want you to share your heroes with us. Those of us on Zoom, remember we're talking about heroes. You can send us a message in the chat. You can tell us, send us a message and share your hero story with us so that next time we are going to say, yes, our viewers shared their hero stories with us. Tell us your hero today and let us share with the world who your hero is. So on that note, we start today. So guys, who are these ladies? Oh, she's so pretty. She's so pretty. Who are they? Can you remember?
Remember? No, I don't know.
Okay, so I'll give you that and I'll give you that. So who is she?
The first one is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Michaelle Jean.
Michaelle Jean, yeah. Okay. Who is she?
She's from Haiti.
Haiti.
And she's a former journalist who was appointed Governor General of Canada by the Queen, Elizabeth II. She was appointed, but she's still alive.
She's still alive.
Yeah, she's still alive.
Yeah, so let's talk about her.
She's third. She became the first Black person on French television news.
Wow.
French.
Yeah, because part of Canada is French.
Quebec.
Yes.
Or however you say Quebec.
Yeah, Quebec.
Quebec. I don't know.
Answer. Okay.
She was also a humanitarian who worked to help people who had been affected by domestic violence.
Oh, okay, that's good. So she's a humanitarian. So she helps people that have been affected by domestic violence. So let's see what else she's done. She's also the third and current Secretary General of the Organization of International des Francophones. Wow, who works to promote the culture and regions where French is their first language. Wow, that is very beautiful. So thank you, Micheline. That's sorry if I pronounce it. If I don't pronounce it the French way, you should be able to pronounce it.
I don't know.
Michelle. So thank you for being a hero. We love you. We say thank you. Okay, so who is that, DTJ?
Tammera L. Holmes.
Tammera L. Holmes. So who is she?
She's president and CEO of Aerostar Consulting Corporation.
Wow.
The chief executive.
That
might stand for ACC.
No, she's a chief executive of Aerostar Aviation Corporation. So she has an aviation
company.
Wow. She's a big girl and she's looking so young. Okay. What has she done?
Her mission is also to enhance, promote, and support the global impact of aviation and aeronautical career path opportunities for young and young adults, particularly female, minority, underprivileged, and adults.
So what she does is she promotes aviation and aviation career to young adults, especially females from ethnic minority. In 2008, she served. Our company started in 2008, and she served over 2,000 students to partner with Boeing, United Airlines, and NASA.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. And she has featured in Tech Talk. She's a Tech Talk scholar. And she's in the Hall of Fame as at the Obama Summit. She's been invited, and she's a STEM Entrepreneur of the Year. Wow. She is brilliant. This is advice to everyone that is listening to us today. Have faith. It is more effective than being fearful. Guys, have faith. It is more important than being fearful. So kids out there, Tammera is telling us, have faith, because you can do more than you think you can, if only we would have faith. So the next two heroes, if you have any question on Zoom, please let us know. Type it, we'll read it out for the viewers. If you have our next heroes, who are they? Please tell me, Little.
The first one is Benjamin Bradley.
Benjamin Bradley, and the second one is
Alexandre Dumas.
Alexandra Dumas. So let's tell, who is Benjamin Bradley?
Benjamin Bradley looks familiar to one of the heroes that we've done before. This first one.
No. Yeah, who is he?
He's an inventor.
Okay, what did he do?
At the age of 16, Bradley worked at a printing office.
Wow. So what did he invent then? Let's find out.
He invented, while he was still technically enslaved.
Still technically enslaved. Okay.
He was still technically
as a slave, he worked in the U.S. Naval Academy. Okay. Okay.
To help set up experiments with teachers.
Okay.
So he's able to keep $5 of his salary a month. The rest went to the plantation owner.
Wow. So he was paid only $5 a month. That is so
sad.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, so what did he invent? Okay. He experimented on what?
He scrapped metal and built steam engines, which could run a small boat.
So, wow. So he built a steel engine that could run a small boat. And so what did that end up to become?
And Bradley continued to build on his steam engines in 1856. He created the first United States steam engine big enough to power a warship.
Oh my God! So it is Benjamin that created the steam engine that, oh gosh, I need to bring that up. He was one that created the steam engine that they use for warships. Can't you just be proud? Oh my goodness, can't you just be proud about that? I am so proud that he did that for all of us. And today, we have other sophisticated engine, but he was the first one to create an engine for a warship. Okay, so at the end of the day, with the money he earned from steam engine, he purchased his own freedom. Oh, how beautiful is that?
He bought his freedom.
He bought his freedom by his inventions. Guys, girls, even though you feel as if the world is choking on you right now, you can buy your freedom with your brain. That is what it means. That is what it means, man. Go the extra mile and show your words. I keep telling you. Go the extra mile. Benjamin just showed that no matter what anybody does for you, nobody can take away your brain. Nobody can take away your mind. You can only feel like a victim in your mind and be controlled. But as far as your mind is not controlled, like Benjamin, you can buy your freedom. That is a very good lesson for us. So, who is Alexandra?
Alexandre Dumas. You might have heard of him. He was an author and a playwright.
A playwright, and he's an author. He was an author, okay?
Yeah, so, was a very old. He is best known for his work of The Three Musketeers.
Oh my God! So he was the one that actually wrote the play of The Three Musketeers.
I've heard of that one, but I've not really watched it.
Have you not? Now you need to watch. eat.
And he also wrote an account of Mount Monte Cristo and La Tulipe Noire, which means the black tulip.
Wow. Okay, what else did he do?
Many of his works are considered classics today, actually. So
yeah, we should go and read some of his books or get his books. Okay, so
Dumas also wrote what is considered to be the earliest wolf-themed novel, titled The Wolf Leader.
Wow.
Dumas's last novel, Les Chevaux, I'll read it in English, The Last Cavalier, was finally found and then published in 2005.
Wow. From 1870,
which is when he died.
When he died in 1870, and his work was published in 2005. Wow.
So when he died, it was still published.
It was still published. So guys, don't ever give up on writing. You see, don't ever give up on writing. You don't know where your writing is going to get tomorrow. So we've been talking so much about inventors, scientists, and all that. Today we have an example of a writer, and he's Alexandre. He's a playwright, and his plays have been famous even up to today. The Three Musketeers. Why are you not so proud I am a black man? I'm so proud of my heritage. We have these lovely ladies. Who are these lovely ladies? The
first one is Henrietta Wack.
And there are and Henrietta Lack. Henrietta. Okay, who's the other one?
Hattie McDaniel.
Hattie McDaniel. So tell us about Henrietta
Lacks. She was an African American woman whose cancer cell culture was used to create one of the most important cell lines in cancer research in 1951.
Wow.
Which is the year she died.
So her cells were used as research for cancer treatment. Let's just say she died so that we can have cure for cancer. Wow. So tell us more about her.
She was diagnosed with cervical cancer in 1950 after giving birth to her fifth child when she was only 30 years old.
Of course, because they married at 13. I just give an example. They married as early as that. Okay, so can you just read this for us, please?
During treatment at Johns Hopkins, 2 cervical samples are taken without permission.
Yeah.
And were used to create the HeLa cell line. He is short for Henrietta and La is short for Lacks.
Yeah. So it was a name they used to create the culture. Okay, continue, please.
Lacks cells were the first cells observed that could be divided multiple times without dying. The cells were the first to be successfully cloned. They cloned her cells and have been used to develop a vaccine for polio and to research cancer, AIDS, virology, and sensitivity to products.
Wow. Wow. Her work has gone a long way. She was given a posthumous honorary degree in public service in 2011 and inducted into the Maryland Women Hall of Fame in 2014.
She wasn't alive.
She wasn't alive, but it was her cells that made us have treatment. Can you put this the PowerPoint back? It was a cell that gave us the treatment for cancer. Thank you, Henrietta. Your life made a difference to today. You are a hero to so many people that have cancer, to so many kids that have cancer, to so many women that have cervical cancer, and all other people that are struggling with ill health today. We can look up to you and say your life was not a waste. Even though you died so young, your life became a living cell for other people to be treated on. She's a real hero, and we are really proud of you, even up till now.
Maybe
Thank
I
you.
have too many sounds.
Little J, what is the next one, please? Who is she? Tell us about her.
She's Hattie McDaniel, and she is a professional singer, actress, songwriter, and comedian.
Oh, yeah, Michael. That is my field. I am he's my field. She's a singer.
She looks quite familiar too.
Does she? She looks like me.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, hi. Why did you say that? Oh, yeah, tell us more about her.
She also became the first African American to win an Academy Award when she won an Oscar.
Wow. So she's the
when
first.
she created a portrait of Mammy in Gone with the Wind.
So she's the first African American to win an Oscar award. Oh, look at that.
And she appeared in over 300 films.
300 films? Wow. In that time, she must be very, very popular. Okay, so what we have, she has 2 stars in the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah. And
I wish she was still alive because she died in 1952.
oh yeah, if you want her to be alive, you will run if she's alive. She was the first black Oscar winner to be placed in the U.S. postage stamp. Wow. Thank you so much for your life and for making us proud in the scene of art, music, and culture. Thank you. So we have, who is this? We have the next slides. We have these 2 gentlemen. Who are these ones? Can we find out who they are?
The first one is David Blackwell.
And the second one is Otis Boykin.
So, who are they? Who is David?
David is a mathematician and professor.
Is he still alive?
He
was.
No.
He died in...
He died when you were born.
Oh!
After.
Oh, he died in 2010. That's why you have to have that math brain, not just transfer to you from David to so just
I wish you met him when I wish that you met him when you
so okay, you see?
okay. Like,
oh yeah, so tell us about David. Yeah, tell us about David. Tell us about David. Tell us about hey.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Blackwell he also graduated high school and went off to college at the age of 16. And graduating with a PhD in his early 20s.
Wow. Last week we had someone that finished PhD at 19, remember? Yeah, okay.
And this is still amazing.
It's still amazing. Okay, yeah.
And he began teaching as a professor in 1942, teaching at Southern University in Baton Rouge, Clark College in Atlanta, and Howard University in Washington, D.C., where he became department head.
Wow. So he was a mathematician, he was a scientist, he was a professor. And in 1965, Blackwell became the first African American to be elected in the National Academy of Science.
Wow.
That's sciences. That's a huge achievement. Thank you, Professor Blackwell. So, who's that?
The next one is Otis Boykin.
Otis Boykin. Who is he?
He's an inventor.
He's an inventor.
Two.
So what did he do?
After having to leave college due to lack of funds,
Okay.
Boykin went to work creating his own inventions.
Wait, there's a lesson here. The last person we read about that invented the steam machine was a slave who invented to pay for his freedom. Now here is another gentleman that had no money, went ahead to start inventing himself. Did they give up on their dreams? Kids, what did I just say? Don't ever give up on your dream because you don't have money. That's just the lesson. Don't say, oh, my parents is so poor. Oh, we are this, that. Oh, we are in the east coast of the city. Where's the poorest part? We don't have all the facility in school. We don't have it. Quit mourning. He went ahead to invent himself because he couldn't get the fund to go to school. That's a big challenge, guys. And for those of us on Zoom, that's a big challenge. Your family background, your financial status does not stop you from becoming who you are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. What did? Oopsie! Yeah. What else did he do?
He received a patent for his wire precision resistor in 1959.
Wow. So he was the one that invented the wire precision resistor used in TVs and radios. Wow. You see that? So without Boykin, we won't have maybe TV and all the resistors that are used.
Any switches or laptops or tablets or anything. We didn't have any working devices.
So what else did he create?
He also created the control unit for the pacemaker, which helps your body to still function if your heart stops beating.
Ah, that is very interesting. So he helped us to invent those things that we do when we go to the hospital.
Because the pacemaker gets inserted into your body.
Yes, but that's what I'm just trying to use the heartbeat.
Oh.
He passed on in 1982, and he had made 26 patents in his name.
That's 26 inventions.
26 inventions. Wow.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Ortiz. And for not giving up, you've shown us an example of never giving up on your dreams, no matter what happens. All right. So who are these ladies?
Wilma Rudolph and...
Who is one?
Bessie, Blount, Griffin.
Betty Blount, Griffin. So who is?
Wilma is
Wilma.
a track star, an Olympic champion, and an educator.
Wow. She's a track star, an Olympic champion, and an educator. So tell us more about her.
She had polio at the age of 4, and she lost the use of her left leg. But eventually, she regained her strength.
Okay.
She refused to let her disability stop her, and she was the first American woman, not African American, not even black, just American, first American woman to win 3 gold medals in track and field during the 1960 Summer Olympic Games. So in 1 year, 1 Olympic Games, she won 3 gold medals.
With her disabilities. Now, another lesson for us kids. Is there anything that we can say is a reason why we can't be our best? Even in sports? She had polio. She lost her leg. So some of us, because of tragedies that have happened in our childhood, does that make us not to achieve what we're supposed to achieve? She won 3 gold medals. And you remember then, disability sports is not as prominent now, so she must have gone through a lot of challenge, discouragement, people saying that, oh, look at it, said she was refused to participate in the 1964 Olympic Games because she felt she could not match up with the 1960 success.
So I think that was her choice.
That was a choice. She retired in 1963 and became a coach and an educator to college level. Thank you so much, Wilma, for not giving up on your dream because of your disabilities. And she's such a pretty lady. Oh, she's pretty like me. Oh, no. Not again. Okay, Jen, tell us about Bessie.
Bessie was an inventor, physical therapist, and forensic scientist.
Forensic scientist. So she was an inventor. So 3 things to us under her sleeves: an inventor,
female scientist,
an inventor, a forensic scientist, and a physical therapist. How's she doing the 3 things together? Yeah, let's find out. Let's read about her.
And she attended a nursing program at Community Kennedy Memorial Hospital
Memorial Hospital.
Memorial Hospital in Newark, New Jersey, which is a hospital run for African Americans by African Americans.
Let's see when she was born. She was born in 1914. Wow. Okay, so tell us more.
And she became not only the first African American, but also the first woman to be featured on the WCAU Philadelphia television show, The Big Idea, in 1953.
Wow.
Wow. In 1953, she was featured, the first African American to be featured on a TV show program. Wow. So what did she invent? Let's find out. During the World War II, she worked with injured soldier as their physical therapist. Okay, that's when she was a physical therapist. Now, her invention was electronic feeding device.
So when people can't eat by themselves, she
No, for babies.
Oh.
Yes, okay, not for babies, but for everybody though. Controlled by the bite to the individual. Once the person bites down on the tube, the device will deliver the mouthful of food.
Well, maybe she used to two pieces of metal and they went together.
Okay. Big J is inventing it already. Wow. So she invented an electronic feeding device. She patented this device and also to help people with one hand.
I have two arms. Huh?
People with one hand so like to close their face and to help them portable rectable support. So I think because of our experience and because of our physical therapy with those that were wounded in war, our inventions were to help people to survive and to be able to recover after a traumatic period of war, helping them to eat and helping them to stand and helping them to walk. So thank you so much for your life and all the sacrifice you gave to those in war and to support them. Thank you, Betsy. So our next heroes are
Daniel Hale. I don't know. Williams.
Hale Williams and
Fredrick McKinley Jones.
So who is Daniel?
He's a surgeon.
Wow.
Oh, I want to be a surgeon.
You want to be
let's speak. Let us speak. Okay, come on, speak. Who is Daniel?
He opened Providence Hospital in 1891, a long time ago.
You know, sorry to interrupt you. No, we've been doing a lot of UK inventors on our Tuesday and Thursday program on YouTube, and if you listen to us, we've had a lot of medical doctors coming through the UK who were blacks, and so it's just encouraging to see another surgeon all the way from the US who made his landmark as a hero to all of us. So no.
Oh yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yes.
He became one of the first physicians to successfully perform open heart surgery without modern surgical tools or blood transfusion.
Wow. So he did an open heart surgery without any surgical tool. One of the first people to do that.
Would you call him a cardio surgeon or a cardi? No, not cardi surgeon. I don't. What?
Continue.
He's studying germ transmission and prevention. His office practiced better sterilization procedures.
Okay.
So they were more careful with
the instrument they used, cleanliness, and making sure their procedures were accurate. Okay.
He became the chief surgeon of Freedmen's Hospital in 1894, which had a reputation of a high mortality rate and had fallen into disrepair. Dr. Williams quickly changed the hospital around with better
Better medical practices.
Better medical practices and treatment.
So, I think the life change he brought was anywhere he went to, he made a difference. And that is
clean.
And he was very clean. He was very clean. So he shows us that we can be very clean. He also co-founded the National Medical Association in 1979 for African Americans because they were not allowed into other associations. So the truth of the matter is, no matter how difficult it is, you can start something. Remember one of the doctors we read from the UK who started a cricket team?
Arthur
James of Hacking.
Dr. James
of Hacking.
Jackson Brown of Hacking.
So he started a cricket team because, you know, in those days it was difficult for other people to join teams and to be able to do things with people with different colors. Thank you so much for the landmark and the things you did. Even when an hospital was in disrepair, he came on board and made a difference. Okay, come on. Who is your
Frederick McKinley Jones was an inventor.
Okay.
And throughout his life, Jones held 60 patents, with around 40 of them concerning refrigeration. So maybe he made
Not maybe. Not maybe. He was an inventor, and all his inventions, most of them were related to the fridge. So the fridge we have at home, here is the brain box for the fridge and the freezer we all use. Thank you, Mr. Frederick. I don't know if he's a doctor, but he invented a lot of things that related to fridge. Not only fridge, he invented other things like radio transmitters,
portable X-ray machine, and a snow machine to help doctors get around town easier.
Okay,
snow machine.
Let me see. What did he do?
Is it only for doctors?
To help doctors get around town. You know, then when during emergencies they don't have cars, and so during the snow, doctors can't go around to heal. So he invented a snow machine that can help doctors move around, and X-ray machines and things like that. So he also worked with motion pictures using scrap metals to convert silent movie projectors into talking projectors.
So he also used scrap metal.
He also used scrap metals?
Helps movies now have sound instead of
you know those, you know, during his time you will see them roll something and the screen will be coming up. So he was part of the people that invented those things that make it talkable.
For their arms, especially for something like Avengers Endgame, which is super long, like 3 hours.
So he developed the refrigerator system called Thermo King.
Thermo King.
So when you hear Thermo Cool, he might be related to him. There's a fridge when I was growing up called Thermo Cool. Yeah. So through the Thermo King, Jones helped to create the transportation of frozen food made in the U.S. Thermo Control Company, a multi-million-dollar company. Unfortunately, many of these inventors were not paid for their inventions because the company would take over their patents and they will become the millionaires. Why they are not? And for many of them, they struggled to live because their inventions were used and other people profited from them.
What happened to someone else called Alice Ball?
I think we are in a world today where we can actually keep our inventions, and that we should be proud of. But for many of the inventors we read today, we are just discovering them because we were never told in history they were the ones that invented these things. We just think, oh, Thermo Cool, and we just think it's the company owner. The brain box behind many of these inventors were one of us, and we are proud of your inventions. We are proud of your landmark and for making us proud. Okay, so this is the last one before we go. Who are these ones?
Last one looks a bit like Matilda.
Does she?
Matilda? Who's Matilda? Matilda.
Okay, so tell us, who is she?
The first one is Jackie Joyner Kersee.
And the second one is?
Toni Morrison.
So who is Jackie?
Jackie is Jackie is a track star, field athlete, and
philanthropist.
So, and she ranks among the all-time greatest athletes for her talent in long jump and pentathlon.
Okay.
She overcame several asthma, so she had asthma and she overcame it.
So she was asthmatic. So okay, what else?
And went on to win 6
Olympics medal. So guys, this is another one that tells you have no reason not to become who you are. She had asthma. She must have said, I can't do this, but she still went into sports, and she was a track star with 6 Olympics medal in spite of her health difficulties. I think today we have a lot of these heroes that had reasons why they shouldn't be who they are, but they overcame the reasons and they became who they are today. Wow, we are so proud of it. So what? And
Kersee was voted top women Colgate athlete of the past 25 years in 2001.
Wow.
Is that not a tooth?
No, not that Colgate. Colgate. Yeah.
Colgate.
Yeah. So she's referred as the greatest athlete of all times because of what she has done. She founded Athletes for Hope, which helps professional athletes get involved in professional courses in their community. Thank you so much for not giving up on your dream. Because of you, kids today can, in spite of their difficulties, achieve and make their dreams in sports. So guys, kids, if you're watching this and you love sports, go for it, because you have your heroes speaking to you today. Okay, who is Toni Morrison?
She's our last one. She's an award-winning professor, editor, and novelist.
Oh.
Not a novelist and author.
Yeah. She writes novels. An author can write non-fiction and fiction, but she writes novels, and novels are fiction.
Are you a novelist?
I'm a novelist. Both. An author is a novelist.
Have you written?
I've not written non-fiction. I'm about to, but I've not written. It'll cool down. You see it later. I've not written non-fiction, but I write fictions. Okay, tell us more about her.
And we can go and visit her if we want to be an editor.
Oh, really? Toni, if you're watching this, Little J wants to visit you. She really wants to visit you and have a chat with you. Tell us more about her.
She is the first African-American woman to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature.
Wow! So she has a Nobel Prize in Literature. Okay, tell us more.
She's received the Pulitzer Prize, NAACP Image Award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Thank you, Toni, for your landmark. Okay.
She wrote the award-winning novel Beloved, based on the life of a runaway slave who would rather kill her daughter than have her returned to slavery.
Wow. That's so sad. But she made a landmark. And thank you, Toni Morrison. You're a hero for those of us that are coming behind you as novelists, as editors, and as writers. Because of you, some of us can write, and some of us can say, yes, we are there. It's been a difficult journey being a writer. But thank you, Toni, for being there and being a pace setter. And so we have really had fun talking about all these heroes, kids, and we've learned so much about the different heroes, and we've talked about them. I think it's important that we go from here knowing that we are not the first person, no matter the challenge you're going through. All these heroes we've talked about, they had challenges. They overcame their challenges. Life comes with challenges, kids, and I need you to remember that you have to build resilience. Don't think that because something is difficult, you give up. Because somebody is harsh to you in school, because you give up. Because somebody is a racist, you give up. Because somebody is prejudiced towards you, you give up. That is not the reason for giving up. I guess this is the reason why we did this series for the past 4 weeks. To tell kids that people have gone ahead of you and they've made a difference in life. And you should and don't have a reason to give up. Yeah, things will make you give up. I know that a lot of kids are getting frustrated to the point of committing suicide. A lot of young adults are frustrated. But the truth is, no matter what we are going through, we can speak to each other. You can confide in one person. You are not the first person that have gone through terrible times. These people have gone through. Can you imagine somebody, a slave, inventing something just to get the freedom? And you know, at the end of the day, maybe that invention was never credited to him. Those steam engines were never credited. He was paid $5, and yet he was inventing something. That really challenged me today, that a lot of people have gone through hell and back just for where we are, for the things that we are enjoying today, and they are Africans. And we should be proud of ourselves as Africans. We should be proud of Blacks. We should be proud of ourselves that we've made a landmark to the earth. Even though we are not recognized, even though we are not always praised for what we do, but we have made an achievement and we've made a landmark. Thank you to all our heroes, kids at home. I know that we are going to be the next heroes of the future, where other kids are going to look at little J tomorrow and say, "Ah, little J, she did it, she did that. Big J, she did it, she did that. Precious, she did it, she did that. Chipperman, she did it, she did that. And now Ayo, she did it, she did that." And it was just because they made up their mind one day to make a change. And I keep telling the Jgirls that no matter what mommy is or your grandmother is, you can aim to be 10 times, 100 times better than where you are today. And on this encouraging note, before this girl eats me up, I'm going to I'm going to say, let me leave to be your hero first before you eat me up. We are going to say bye-bye on Couch Talk, and we hope to see you next week, Saturday. We have another interesting topic. I will keep it as a secret. So we'll see you then on Couch Talk. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.